Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bruce Johnson, longtime anchor reporter at WUSA 9 TV here in the nation's capital, CBS affiliate. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the March for Our Lives Town Hall discussion. Now, before we start, we want to pause for a moment of silence for the latest student to die from gun violence right here in the Washington area, some 90 miles away in southern Maryland. We're talking about Jaylynn Willie. Last night, her parents took her off life support. She had been shot earlier in the week by somebody that she had a relationship with. He was able to smuggle a gun into the high school. So let's pause right now. We're talking Great Mills High School. Let's pause right now to remember Jaylynn. Thank you very much for that. We're going to talk about Jaylynn a bit later. It was a 14-year-old student who was also shot. We're glad to say tonight he's back home with his family. The gunman was shot, stopped by a school resource officer. We're going to talk about that more later. We've got a lot to discuss tonight. There's a movement going on right now, and it began down in Parkland, Florida. You know this story. It's where a gunman attacked Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High, killing 17 students and faculty members. These are the leaders of the movement that started there in Florida. Let's welcome Mei-Ling Ho-Shing, Kyra Simon, Alondra Kittleson, and Phoebe O'Mara may be joining us shortly. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us. Can we have a round of applause for these ladies? I got to tell you, welcome to the nation's capital. This is the place where for many, many years, people come to petition their government. They've got a list of demands. They want things done. Tell us why you're here and what you want from the Congress, from the president.
We're here to demand change due to the amount of inaction that's taken place over many years. We've had so many mass shootings, and there's really been no congressional action taken. There's been congressional inactivity, and we're watching people die every day. On the news, there's always someone new that's been shot, and it seems to not resonate with anyone until the number hits 17 or 49. And it's disgusting. We need to make a change.
Yeah, no, I agree with her, definitely. I want to see reform, and I want to see, action taking place. I don't want this ever to happen, to another school, to another place ever again. It's already hard enough seeing, all the other mass shootings that have happened, and for it to happen to us too, it's just.
For those of us who have not gone through this and hope that we never go through this, how are things differently at your high school? How are you different as a student?
I'm going to look more on the positive side of things now. I'm not going to concern myself with things that aren't as important, and I'm going to focus on life, and I'm going to try to do well, and I want to do more selfless things, and I want to just do things that will help for my classmates that were shot and killed. I want to do things that they couldn't.
A lot of us parents are concerned, and grandparents are concerned at this point. At your ages, there are some things you should be able to take for granted, okay? These should be the best times of your life. Have you been robbed of any or all of this?
Definitely. Before the shooting, I've never really had to deal with grief. I've been one of the lucky ones. I never lost a grandma or a parent or anything. And it was this shooting that was the first time I ever went to a wake, a funeral, a vigil. And it's painful to see that my friend Helena Ramsey, a 17-year-old girl, was never able to graduate, turn 18, go to college, move away, become a parent, be a wife, live her life. She was robbed of that opportunity because of the loose gun laws that we have in our state, in our country.
Yeah, we know you have increased security now at your school, right? You have armed security, sheriff's deputies. What else? And do you feel more safe now?
We have, whenever we go to school, we're kind of checked where they're putting in, IDs, And when we come back from spring break, they're requiring all of us to bring clear backpacks to school every day. So they're providing that with us so that every single day that we wear ID in our clear backpacks.
We were talking before we came out here. What are you willing to tolerate to feel more safe? We know you've got armed security around there, but you also have a campus. They can't possibly guard every location. Metal detectors, more armed security. What are you willing to tolerate? What might make you feel more safe?
I'm willing to tolerate mostly anything. I want me and my classmates to feel as safe as possible, but I think that all of this helps and is a step in the right direction, but I think what will definitely help the most is to get those gun laws changed.
Okay, all right, let's get going. Reese Waters is out here. Reese, you've been talking to some people?
Yes, I have been. I'm here in the audience with a student here from Benjamin Banneker High School, Jada Tyler.
Okay, so gun violence has been an issue that we have all spoken on for many years, and it has continued to happen. So what's different now? Like, what actions do you plan on taking, or what actions do you plan on people to help you take?
Yeah, I think that's a question that many people have had after each of the tragedies is what happens now? Is this the one where things will change? Is this the one where things will change? Well, that one was so much worse before and nothing changed. So what makes this moment different right now on the precipice of the March for Our Lives?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we'll ask students, that we're changing panels right now, but we'll ask the young people as we come up here. I think what we're getting to is, you're marching on Washington now, you're demonstrating. That's normally the first phase of most of these movements, if you will. Do you get tired? Do you go home? Where does it go after this? You'll have the nation's attention. There are more than 800 such demonstrations taking place around the world, the same kind we're going to see here tomorrow, maybe not as big. So that's an incredible, impressive start. But what happens after that? Registering to vote. I mean, do you start writing letters? Do you lobby, legislators and that sort of thing? And keep in mind, Florida is one of those states, and a lot of you are from those states where the gun rights groups are pretty powerful, and they've got some say. They've got a stake here. So we've got another panel that's coming out.